Hello viewers, welcome to my channel Ivory Golden Revolution, the world of biology. Myself Sonali Soma Mukherjee in front of you, trying to bring you a lot of informations in the field of biology which I really find so vast and so much to be studied. In this channel, I will be focusing mainly on plant physiology, animal physiology, endocrinology, immunology and lots more. So, we will be primarily starting with animal physiology, as I found really some interesting topics that we can study. Observing snails, I had suddenly got into the topic that why don't I start with the phylum, the second largest phylum, of course, phylum Mollusca. So, let's study this phylum. See, in animal kingdom, there is a lot of diversity we find, and this is the second largest phylum having known species as far as the known species are concerned. This phylum Mollusca is having separate many classes under it. Let's study the classes also. In this video, I will not be going into a detailed account of phylum Mollusca, which will be in store, and of course in my later videos you'll be watching the detailed account. Here in this video, you'll be getting an outline idea of the phylum Mollusca, which has got classes Aplacophora, Monoplacophora, Polyplacophora, Scaphopoda, Bivalvia, Gastropoda and Cephalopoda. Now, one by one, we shall be focusing on it. In this video, as I have said, I will be bringing only the outline idea. That means the detailed account is in store. So do encourage me in my work. As it is the second largest phylum after Arthropoda, it has got many known species. Some of the very important characteristic features of this phylum animals are, it has got a soft body which is unsegmented, and there is a foot region, a visceral mass and a mantle. The mantle is usually a thin sheet you will find of a fleshy thin sheet which is just covering the body, entire body, and it is from the mantle only a hard shell is developed. The animals of this phylum have been triploblastic. They have 3 layers of cells. There is presence of radulae, which are rings of teeth which is arranged on a cartilaginous bone that helps to scrape off the algae. Most of the mollusks are herbivorous, so they need to scrape off the algae, and this works as a great feeding organ, this radulae. Presence of capticuli is also present, which you will find studying in Scaphopoda. When we will be focusing on Scaphopoda, we will be learning that there is the head region which protrudes out of the opening, and the feet is modified into tentacles called capticuli, and this helps them to catch the prey. So many unusual features. Even bivalvians, they have adductor muscles which works just like a hinge, and it helps them to open the and close the shell, and usually you will find this mechanism in oysters and the clams. You will be finding it, and that region only you will find, means if you are studying pearl culture, you can get a knowledge from there, from bivalvians. Important and very peculiar characteristics, as in case of Scaphopoda, I had talked about it, that there is a single conical shell through which the head is going to protrude out, and the foot is going to be modified into tentacles called capticuli, and this is going to be a great mechanism, a great organ to help the animal catch its prey. And normally the Scaphopoda, that is, they are also known by another name, that is boat foot, as they have got a body structure where a tusk-like shell can be formed, means the whole of the visceral mass is wrapped up and it forms like 2 opens, like this pen only you can find this. Suppose there are 2 openings of this pen, and the body structure is somewhat like this, hollow from within. So these sort of structures, a very peculiar structure you will find of the Scaphopodans, the tooth shells and the tusk shells we call it. So this sort of structure. Next, bivalvians, I had talked about it, that there is a very important feature present over there, that is presence of adductor muscles which acts just like a hinge joint. You find in your toes there are hinge joint which is allowing a movement of 180 degrees. So similar mechanism you will find in the bivalvians, where the shells, the upper and the lower shell is going to open up with the help of this adductor muscle that works like a hinge joint, and there means it's usually from the mantle region only. There's a secretion nacreous layer that yields to pearls, and in pearl culture you can study in detail. And then comes the gastropoda, which are known as the belly fort. The body has got a large shell, and means there is a very peculiar characteristic feature, presence of chemoreceptors they have, as means a very important characteristic feature. Then after this, like snails come under it. And then lastly the cephalopoda. As I have said, the cephalopoda means this class of mollusca is really intelligent. They have a well developed central nervous system. Henceforth, they have a good memory also. Their eyes are also very well developed. Like an octopus, if you happen to get attacked by an octopus, remember the octopus is going to ever remember you, because it has got a very well developed nervous system. It has got a good memory, and they are considered the most intelligent among the invertebrates. The cephalopods. The squid is also there. Squid has got, means from squid we get, there is a jet propulsion mechanism, means they throw out the water in a gush, and this is just like a jet propulsion. So these sort of very important features. Of course, there means lots more to study. In cephalopods, another very important and peculiar characteristic feature is noted is in case of, means the mantle is going to give some of the pigment cells, and these pigment cells are called chromatophores, which have got a great color display. Like when the males before copulation, the males are going to have a color display out of these chromatophores, and this way they can move away their rival males also. So this is a great mechanism is found in the cephalopods. Otherwise, the jet propulsion mechanism, like the throwing out of the water, is just like a jet, and this mechanism is a great mechanism found in cephalopods. Otherwise, as I have said, that in case of Scaphopoda, where there is presence of chemoreceptors, sorry, in case of gastropoda, where there is presence of chemoreceptors, here in case of cephalopods, we find the central nervous system, which is yielding to a good memory, is a great mechanism, and they have chromatophores, lots of things in store in this video. Only the outline classes. Stay with me for the coming up videos. Will be really a big means a big stuff will be coming one by one. So I hope you'll